Such a contrast to the ocean surf. It really is. This contrast is the kind of stuff amuses me. Merritt Island. Dock over there. Not a doctor, but a place to put your boat. I'm not Bugs Bunny either, so. It's like such an... Something jumped out of the water. It's such an ancient place we live on. And it seems like I don't care. I can't care to worry what people may... It's like a language. It's like a being, a state of... I mean, I'm not going to be able to think or say anything that someone already hasn't already, so might as well just go with the flow. You live in contradictions, denial, and what's the use? It's going to not let you go very... Wait. That's Cape Canaveral Hospital over there, way across the river. Up there, that's 528. It goes east and west and connects with A1A, which runs north and south on Cape Canaveral, Cocoa Beach, Satellite Beach, Patrick Air Force Base. Hey, excuse me, it's a Space Force record music, so I don't do that. No matter how good the music, the recording is so awful that I don't even want to put it up because it just sounds, to somebody who doesn't understand, they're just going to be, this sounds like crap. And I'm going to be like, I don't want that, you know? What I make, the music I make, I want it to have a clear connection instead of some interference by some stupid third-party app company that wants to sell you a app to make recordings of fair use quality that you can use in videos. My LG died, like the battery disconnected in it for some reason. And that had a good mic in it. This one is, as you can tell by my voice, it sounds like I'm like, I don't know, it's 8-bit. It just sounds really cheap. Anyway, if you look over there, that's west. The bridge that goes from Merritt Island to Cocoa Beach. People fishing sometimes are drunk, and sometimes things happen. Like, you can't really see anything. I'm not going to use a light. But all the time I see people out on the beach with their phones, and the lights are these really bright flashlights. It's really blinding. I mean, do what you want, but man, blind people. This is not a great vlog. It's just, I'm enjoying this serenity. What can ruin your serenity is thinking too much. I need to get in the guitar zone. I played guitar all night last night. All night. And just kept recording things and erasing it. Recording it and erasing it. Recording it and erasing it. Rewriting and rearranging to the same tempo. Writing something completely different with the same drum pattern. All the accents and a different style of music. You know, it's really interesting because you can do a blues to just about any damn beat. You take like some kind of polyrhythm that's kind of Latin or it sounds Caribbean, and you slow it down and it's kind of funky, so you can make it gnarly and kind of hostile. Hostile Caribbean steel drum music. Can't really see very much. My battery's running low on it. I've been up for, it's been a long time since I've been up all night. So last night I worked bank holiday. I was supposed to get paid Thursday night and it didn't come. Monday. Really? And it's really not for very many hours, but I had this other job that's coming, working at near Jetty Park and ferrying people on a 8-person. It seems pretty reliable. I got the guy who works there. Don't worry, honey, it's not loaded. I'm a good driver. Don't worry, honey, it's not loaded. I'm a good driver. I had some people. Victor Brown. Hello, Victor. And is that Craig? Craig, how you doing? I didn't see your comments there. I was in the dark. Everyone in Florida, I don't know. I don't think I fit any profiles of people who are just looking for somebody to hate down in Florida, because I see comments like these generalizations are just so bizarre. I'm from DC. I don't even want to. It just chases you wherever you are. You know, if there's a TV on the block, everybody's gonna parrot what the TV says. It's really, what do you talk about on the internet? What can you talk about? I mean, I see a lot of people really speaking their mind, and they're saying things that I was talking about 12 years ago, and I got my mouth washed out with soap by Google. So I do art. I do visual art as well as music, and I always have since I was one. Not the music, but the drawing. I was always drawing. As soon as I got hold of something to draw with a crayon or a marker, I was drawing on school desks on the wall just constantly. On the internet, what can you say? What can you say that's worthwhile that someone else isn't? And that's not a way to live. I mean, you can't just be quiet because you think someone already said what you want to say. It actually is helpful that you're not alone. You know? Let's see, YouTube is not a place to make friends. About 10 years ago, they used to have friends. No, wait, longer than that, I think. YouTube had work, or their art, or their music, or their videos at all. The only way you can tell them is in a public comment under one of their videos, so that other malicious entity is going to see it. Like, they're just strategized. It's like So frustrating. Like when I'm navigating through posting videos, there's this ridiculous stuff about the thumbnails. It's you can go into your pictures, and I'm trying to choose a photograph, and I go through a lot of deliberation to choose a photograph I took or something I drew, and it wouldn't like it wouldn't work. I was like, that has happened to me with YouTube so many times over 18 years. Have a sandwich and a glass of milk. So I'm tired. I'm going to go to sleep. I've been up for more than a day. And if I can work things out, I can have at least 2 jobs. And that scares me because, well, I'm actually be given the opportunity to do, it's all what I do. It's not anybody else. I have to do the work. And that's fine. But it's upstairs that makes, I don't want to have too much confidence. You know, I want to be not cautious, but I just don't want to always second guesses before the thing happens. So it's the only thing I don't overthink is music. It just comes. It just flows. I don't overthink it. If I overthink it, it's like I can sit down and intentionally write a heavy metal song or a hard whatever. An ambient music bed for a quiet video that Did anybody else comment? Craig said hi twice. He said hi, and then he said hi twice. I thought I said hi to you, Mr. Barton. Victor Brown. Yeah, I play guitar for a long, long time. Music. Yeah. I haven't, aside from 3 years ago, I haven't given any guitar lessons, but I was teaching up in Washington, D.C. That was very productive. It actually makes, musicians have said that giving lessons helps them, like if they're writing and trying to make their own stuff. What I'm saying is, it makes you better because your foundation is stronger. You're going over stuff for them to learn, but it actually reinforces the most advanced scales or arpeggios or flashy. Yep. Yeah, risky business. Spotify. This is one of my playlists where I'm gone, but my library is my biggest list is music for those who like music, and it's 84 hours. Alphabetical music from Logan's Run, main title from Alien, Andreas Vollenweider, Sister, Respect the Wind, that's Edward Van Halen, Blade Runner, Love on a Real Train, theme from The Shining, Moon, We're Not Programs, Project Blue, that's from The Stand, Stephen King, the original, it was 1993. Trashman in Vegas, all the stuff. Queensryche, great band. Phone, that's music from Sling Blade. Let's see, Saving Private Ryan. Those two are really. You sit on the beach and it's from Logan's Run, Fargo, Witness. play that, would you? That's so chill. I love it, man. Yeah, it's some clean picking, man. Look at this guy. Look at that. He's like this. Look at his hand holding the guitar. How is he strumming that with his thumb? That headstock. It's like a hagstrom. Man. It's blues, you know? 145. Let's see. Yeah, boogie. Like this thumbnail. That's my guitar when it had, after Edward died, I put tape on it for a few years and I just left it like that for a while. But when I took it off, I was like, oh, I feel like kind of liberated. Like I don't have to, you know what I'm saying? I guess it's stupid. Shenandoah, that's from Sling Blade, Asylum Sling Blade. Being John Malkovich. No, that's, yeah. Puppet Love, yeah. Peter Wolf. Sergei Prokofiev. What is Fight Club? Fargo, the theme from Fargo, the Terminator. The music for when the Terminator, the guy knocks, he's in that really crappy motel and the guy knocks on the door. Hey, you got a dead cat in there or what? And it shows the HUD, the heads up display inside his eyes. And his reply, fuck you, asshole. And he leaves the room with his rifle and he's wearing a leather jacket and there's this black guy and he goes, God damn. You saw that guy. Just be like, I'm leaving. Shawshank Redemption, Phenomenon, Forrest Gump, Braveheart, the theme from Walking Dead, and this music right here from The Walking Dead, like the episode when Rick Grimes supposedly dies, but there's this piece of music called Beside the Dying Fire that is outstanding. It's great. Bear McCreary. The Dead Suite from Day of the Dead, George Romero, is not playable. This is, this is Goblin. Come on. La Alba de Morte Viventi. I think it's the music when they're, it's the beginning. It's the beginning of the movie. I remember watching Dawn of the Dead the first time in the movies, and it's red shag carpet, which is on the wall of the television studio because like everything's falling apart, and it's inside this television studio, and there's red shag carpet on the wall, and I just was looking at it going, holy, that's really creepy. It was blood red, and it was, you know, Dawn of the Dead really doesn't have that much gore in it. Really. I mean, relatively to others. Let's see. There's some stuff on here that's like, you would have to be Carter Burwell. He's done a lot of stuff for the Coen brothers, but he did Moon, that David Bowie's son, Davy Jones, he directed and wrote it. It's got that actor. He was in, I can't remember. He was in The Green Mile. I can't remember his name for some reason. Let's see. Jaws. Let's see. Star Wars. 5 Easy Pieces. It's a Jack Nicholson movie. Bach. Divorce. And Mozart. Chopin. 5 these pieces. The Sound of Silence, Me and My Arrow, Adrian Belew, the original by Nilsson. I don't know where that is. It's from, let's see, La Travate. My eyes are hurting. Act 1, Giuseppe Verdi. I Save the World Today. That's Eurythmics. Hey, it's a nice song. It was in a Sopranos episode, and I thought, yeah, it's kind of a good song. Return to Me, Bob Dylan, R.L. Burnside, Lost in Space, $6 Million Man. When that comes up on my Bluetooth when I'm riding my bike, it's really great because sometimes, a lot of time, there'll be like this person that's like almost like the same age as me, and they'll be like, "What the hell? I haven't heard that in forever." Beretta. Let's see, the theme from Rescue Me, Fell on Bad Days, whatever. There's one song available from 28 Days Later by John Murphy, and it's Frank's Death. I don't know if you remember that, when they go to the 42nd blockade for the answer to infection, and the soldiers want to have their way with the girls. And anyway, Leaving England, that's also here, John Murphy. I was wrong. That one, Taxi, Ave Maria, the Jackknife Lee remix, is so amazing. And ever since 28 Years Later came out, this has been grayed out. It's a really cool, it's amazing. It's got like ratchet sounds, a ratchet, like a tool. It's really, and it's really cool. I like that stuff. I have very strange taste in music. Music from The Shining, Cosmogoria, which is by Krzysztof Penderecki. It was like written in 1930, and Kubrick used it in The Shining, and it's really perfect. Statler Brothers, Foolish Heart, Delphonics, Put a Spell on You, Kim Circle, Voivod. I love them. Nocturnal Afternoon, Joseph Rojo, What's Up Doc, Bugs Bunny, William Tell Overture, The Blue Danube, Kentucky Fried Flow. That's Armand Van Helden. That was in a Sopranos episode. But Then Me, Nick Lowe, Blade Runner end titles, Thunderbird, that's by Hans Zimmer, that's from Thelma and Louise. Foggy Mountain Breakdown, that was in Deliverance. Daft Punk, Ship in a Bottle, that's Brian Eno. Detroit, Disaster Piece. This is really cool. Actually, really. I don't know, there's nobody watching, but thanks for the thumbs up. I don't know what I'm doing. I just started showing my, my Spotify, because I've been highly dependent on listening to music when I can't play music. And one of the things about some musicians, they don't want to hear any music. And I understand that. I do understand that. But I enjoy music so much that it gets me inspired and keeps me going when I can't play, Phaedra, that's Tangerine Dream. This is Disaster Piece. Let's see. Flush Response, that's from Blade Runner. Oxygen by Jean-Michel Jarre. That stuff is great. Down to the Moon, that's Andreas Vollenweider, Klaus Schultz, Trent Reznor. That's Dresden 3. This is Aphex Twin. The Great Beyond, that's Trent Reznor. Autumn Creatures, that's Eternal Dream. That's Eternal Dream. Dope Sick, Lauren Balfe. Vacuum, Ego Pusher. Movie K-Pax is, I don't know, you'd have to see it. It's Bluebird. What Have We Done to Each Other? Trent Reznor. Last May by Alan Holdsworth. It's acoustic guitar. It's really cool. really amazing musician, this guy. It's really cool, man. I don't want to get a copyright slam. That'll kill me. I mean, that'll take the video down. Hold on. I'm sure of it. Magneto, Petite Etude, that's Triumph. I don't know. Dream is collapsing. Oh, man. You idiot. That wasn't what I wanted to do. Let's see. There. Yeah, that was used in Inception. Gift of Mortality, James Horner. That's from, what's that Robin Williams film where he's a robot? Time by Hans Zimmer. It's kind of a similar piece to this one. Embers by Rob Graves, Armageddon Piano. American Beauty, Dead Already. Thomas Newman, let's see. A Small Measure of Peace. Oh, that's great. I'm an excellent driver. Yeah. Rain Man, John Dunbar, Dances with Wolves, Transformation. I found some really great music on Spotify that I'd never, but based on the things I was searching for, I was finding really interesting, just atmospheric music, ambient, but also, I don't know, it was emotive. Twin Peaks theme, Thieving Magpie. I love that. Enya. Let's see. I'm gonna get a copyright slam. Even with this lousy microphone. See, Pipeline's a great surfing song. Sleepwalk, Santo and Johnny. Joe's version isn't on here for some reason. Dick Dale, Lonesome Town, going down to Lonesome Town. She's come undone. Across 110th Street, Bobby Womack. Punch Drunk Love theme. That was a great movie, I thought. I liked Punch Drunk Love. Music from Game of Thrones, Fire and Blood. That's the Robert Winterfell. This Fire and Blood that's like when they're fighting the Army of the Dead. The Long Night, that's the name of the episode. I liked that. I thought that was really cool. Jenny Olston, The Last of Us music. I might take that off here. I don't know. Leaving Earth, that's from District 19 or whatever. 999, that's Aperture Science, man. Half-Life 2. Steam or Valve. Vangelis, The Thing, the music from The Thing, John Carpenter. Blue Velvet, People Who Died, Jim Carroll. People Who Died. That was in the remake, Dawn of the Dead remake that I had working. Adventures of Gregory Peccary, Frank Zappa, Leftovers, Max Richter, theme from the HBO show. Departure. There's some music there from a lot of things. What is that? The theme from Cosmos. Whoa, I forgot. That's by Vangelis. Huh. There's a lot of Rammstein on here. When I look at this music that I really like here, I think of like, what would somebody think? Like, oh, you were crazy. There's no way you could like this and this. There's no way. very much. That's let's see, Rachel's song. That's from Blade Runner, Nightmares, Wild at Heart, Nicolas Cage movie. They Live, John Carpenter. Matrix, Life on Mars, question mark, Alien 3. That's actually a really cool piece of music. That's the end of the movie. Brooks Was Here. That's from Shawshank Redemption. Embers. That's really cool. Stuff to listen to at night on the beach. It's very cool. Piano trio, E minor. That's classical stuff that you probably never heard of. Swan Lake, Walking on the Sand, Breathe Me by Sia. That was in the end of 6 Feet Under. Eastbound and Down, Going Up in Truckin', Smokey and the Bandit, Put a Little Love in Your Heart with Leonard Nimoy. That's really, okay. Okay, we're going to do this just for a second. We're just going to... Put a little love in your heart. I'll bet you that Carol Kay is playing on this. I'm sure of it. She's like on Gilligan's Island themes. She's a musician that worked in Hollywood and made a lot of money and was on so many show themes. It's Roy Orbison, Blue Velvet. That's the music of the song Blue Velvet by Bobby Vinton. Light Behind Your Eyes, My Chemical Romance. In the Mood, Homeless. That's Paul Simon. Heaven Only Knows, Emmylou Harris. Music from Magnolia, Amy Mann, Save Me. Wise Up. Lonely Boy by Andrew Gold. I Want to Be Free by the Ohio Players. Compared to what? Roberta Flack. Let's see. If I Were a Carpenter by Tim Hardin. That was in The Sopranos. But, it was the end music, but Chris Moltisanti goes, if I were a douchebag, would you marry something? It was funny. You have to see it. Seven Souls, that's William S. Burroughs. Rhapsody in Blue, Gershwin. Edith Piaf. This is like World War II, man. World War II music. Like, you can listen to it, and it's, at least for me, it's just like, I guess maybe my previous life, I don't know. This is music that is in Saving Private Ryan when they're waiting at the end in that village. Love Is Here to Stay, George Gershwin. Yeah, I do like that shit. X-Tal, Apex Twin. The theme from Black. It was a PlayStation 2 game. And this guy, Michael Giacchino, man, went on to do so many film scores. Alan Silvestri, Cat's Eye, Slipknot, Invisible Wounds, Doomsday by Sonic Mayhem. This guy did the music for Quake 2. I interacted with him in a comment thread, and he was kind of a jerk. You know, it was kind of weird, and I was like, okay, whatever. This is really good stuff. Oh, man. All right. I keep forgetting. I don't forget. It's just I'm taking a risk. Owl Vision, Martin Roth, Time Cop. I don't know if you remember that. Quiet Earth. Oxytocin by Billie Eilish. That'll definitely get me a copyright strike. Host of Seraphim, Dead Can Dance. That is gothic. That is really, you want to scare somebody. Never mind. Fortress Around Your Hearts, dang, wow. I Dream of the Blue Turtles, Quad Machine. Sonic Clang is the same guy, I do believe. I don't know how this. Yeah, man. You remember this Quake 2? That's right. Man, I love that game. Probably nobody knows it. I don't play games anymore. Air, Bach, Thelonious Monk, Howard Shore, Johnny Greenwood, Tree Synthesizers. My name is Robert Neville. I am legend. Long time. Linda Ronstadt. Great song. The Convoy. That's music from Book of Eli. That music is really good. It's by Atticus Ross. The movie itself is a character. It's very gray and brutal, and it's very good stuff. Let's see. Jenny and the Fourth. I don't know what that's. Carter Burwell. Oh, that's from the Banshees of Inisherin. Slow Passing of Time. Yeah. The Mystery of Inisherin. It's Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Take on Me by Ashley Johnson. Not the original. Not the All Gone. That's Gustavus. That's from Last of Us. Alone and Forsaken by Hank Williams. The Dolphins by Fred Neil. That's another song that was in The Sopranos. Safe Now by Henry Jackman. Whiter Shade of Pale, Procol Harum. Terms of Endearment theme. I don't know, man. You gotta be a real man to listen to that. The Wind by Cat Stevens. Unbroken. Into the Canyon. That's from Fury Road, Mad Max Fury Road. That's the only one that I liked out of that whole thing. There were some things I liked about Fury Road, especially seeing the car again, the Falcon XB GT, but it should have just been the feral child, you know, the kid with the boomerang, you know, as an adult. I think that would have been a cool. This is pretty boring. I don't care, you know. This movie called Heaven Help Us came out in 1981. It's a really good movie. The music by the Roaches is good. Otis Redding, the Supremes. It's cool music. Pearl Jam, Late for the Sky, Jackson Browne, Cocteau Twins, Transhuman Crossfire, Valve. That's in Alex, Half-Life Alex. Really good. Oh, man. No one's watching. That's cool. So what? Zombies. All right. Slayer, Angel of Death. Let's do this for a second. November, that's from The Leftovers, and there's Nothing Else Matters, but this is Apocalyptica. I got so tired of that, of Metallica's version. I got so, it was almost as bad as Freebird. Like, there's some songs that I cannot hear. They'll bother they'll bother me like being stabbed with an ice pick. It drives me. I guess that's one of the side effects of my musical senses. It's really, having to listen to really terrible stuff is bad. That's a drawback. And I think I know, talk to a lot of people who play music, and like they're really, it's a drag. Yeah. You're like Mozart. That's Val. That's from Alex City 17 Strider. Matter of perspective. All right. That's actually really good. Apocalyptica. They're really good. They're a quartet or stuff. This music is so amazing. And this is in Half-Life Alyx. The music that's in Half-Life 2 is really outstanding. All the first-person perspective games that I've played, I've always generally turned off the music because I want to listen and hear what's going on in the area where I am. I don't want like some overly dramatic music going on. It's like, no, I don't need that. But this is I know my audio is so bad, I'm sure. That's a really good. I don't care if anybody relates to that. I think that there's a percentage of video games that are just really brilliantly imaginative and take a certain kind of person to really appreciate that not all everybody does. Bird in a Box, that's from Leftovers. Let's see, I'm going to put this on there and look cute. Let's see, Magic by Olivia Newton-John. Where's My Mind? That is a piano instrumental by Maxence Siren, and Where Is My Mind by the Pixies also. Let's see, Personal Jesus, there's like 6 versions. Broken Peach, Los Banditos. These are all versions of Personal Jesus. Nina Hagen, Vitamin String Quartet, Jazzy Sticks, Rockabye Baby, London. No, that's 6 Feet Under. Let's see, Heaven, that's by Lamb. I like that. Silence, Heidi Carley. That's neat. Holy Hail, Cosmic Life, 6 Feet Under. There's a song by Billie Eilish. It's called 6 Feet Under. String Quartet, Beethoven, Mozart, Joshua Greenwood, Nina June, World on Fire. I think that was in something I saw, and I hunted it down. There she goes. I saw the light. Todd Rundgren, Sonata in F minor. Fallen, Sarah McLachlan. Waiting by the Devlins. Hide and Seek by Imogen Heap. That's really, I like that. I do. Star Trek, the theme from the old Star Trek. Twilight Zone, Land of the Lost. I could get a copyright strike if I played even a second of that. I'm sure of it. I think this is, let's take a chance to see what this is. Oh, it doesn't say what the, specifically it just says play main title, John Williams. Which one is it? Star Wars. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Stop. This, The Throne Room, an end title. I used to listen to that on my record. That is really cool stuff, man. Sunshine, that's the Danny Boyle movie with Cillian Murphy. It was also in 28 Days Later. The Sunshine, when they go to the sun. Living in the USA by Steve Miller. The Revolution Will Not Be Televised by Gil Scott-Heron. Music from Alien by Jerry Goldsmith. Symphony in D major, Johann Christian Bach. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Haydn Go Seek, Joseph Haydn. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Here's Aphex Twin, Woodhausen. How do you say that? Woodhausen. How do you see this? Say that. BBYDHYONCHORD. How do you say it? Chucky, Seventh Path. Ptolemy. I've seen stuff about him. It's like ancient, dusty history, like very far back. Hit that jive, Jack. Put it in your pocket. The Four Vagabonds. A Day in the Life, that's Nathan Johnson. Also Day in the Life by the Beatles. Day Without Rain by Enya. Everything Comes Around, Nathan Johnson. I found Deidre on here. Electronica. This was done in 2001. Reload. It's really cool. I was like, I love appreciating music almost as much as I love playing it. So, Nocturne number 4, Friedrich Chopin, Prelude number 6, B minor, Opus 28, Chopin. And it's the music. That's music from where's that? It's from what's that? Denzel Washington movie. Never mind. Claire de Lune, Debussy, Stevie Wonder, Have a Talk with God, Papillon, Chaka Khan. We Don't Need Another Hero, Beyond Thunderdome. One of the Living. Yes, that's also Thunderdome. Through and Through. That was Rolling Stone's song. It was in a Sopranos episode. Number 9. That's by Emma Chaplin, piano player. Muskrat Love, Captain and Tennille. Of course. The theme from The Godfather, or Dazzle, that's by Susie and the Banshees. Pictures of You by The Cure. Jessica Mason, the director of Last of Us. I watched the first season and I thought it was okay. His daughter ended the season with the acoustic guitar doing the song by Depeche Mode, Never Let Me Down. And I thought it was cool because it's so understated. It's just acoustic guitar and the girl singing. And it's, there's no bravado. It just seems really kind of dark, but in an innocent way. And of course, the original Wherever I May Roam by Metallica, and that is a very good song. I really like that. I don't mind hearing that once or twice a week. Heading Home, Clinton Shorter, that's from District 19. Get Him Talking, Clinton Shorter, District 19. Family, that was from an HBO's really short series about the music business and how it's not about music. Waking Water Skier, that's by Michael Brook. That is from Into the Wild. Yeah, Bird, Snow, and Ice from Into the Wild by Michael Brook. Chris's California Trip, Into the Wild, Best Unsaid. Radiohead, Everything in Its Right Place. FU by Sonic Mayhem. Damage Control. And what happened to... Anyway, never mind. These are numbered. It's weird because it's not alphabetical. Give Me Shelter, Rolling Stones. Crash Test Dummies. Let's see. Let's see. This is a piano by Corina Bedoya. True Faith by New Order. Damage Control, John Petrucci. Yeah, Land of Freedom by Deidre. Liquid Skies by Deidre. Gangster, that's a Goodfellas reference. Cornflake Girl, Tori Amos. Lonely Day, System of a Down. Among the Living by The Thorns. Duke Ellington, Jeeps Blues. La Mer, Charles Trenet. Lucky Number by Lena Lovitch. Yeah, Bright Eyes by Art Garfunkel. Castles Made of Sand, Jimi Hendrix. The Elements by Tom Lehrer. Well, let's go ahead and do that. It's really stupid, but I like having it because it's so it's. Those in the morning are
arsenic, aluminum, selenium, and hydrogen and oxygen and nitrogen and rhenium, and nickel, neodymium, neptunium, germanium, and iron, americium, ruthenium, uranium, europium, zirconium, lutetium, vanadium, and lanthanum, and osmium, and astatine, and radium, and actinium, and indium, and gallium.
All right, Kiss Them For Me, Susie and the Banshees. Let's see. I don't think this is... Oh, you're not going to do it. Just one chance, nothing else comes near. Yeah. You're out of beer. I can smell the cigarettes. It's like... can't walk. These are Mounds, Alka-Seltzer, Brill Cream, Crisco. And this one is classic. This was classic here. I guess this is perfect for nowadays.
There was a turtle by the name of Bert. And Bert the turtle was very alert. And dangerous threatened him, he never got
Hurt.
He knew
Just what to do. Duck and cover. Duck and cover.
Now, you and I don't have shells to crawl into like Bert the Turtle, so we have to cover up in our own way. Paul and Patty know this. No matter where they go or what they do, they always try to remember what to do if the atom bomb explodes right then. It's a bomb. Duck and cover. Here's Tony going to his Cub Scout meeting.
Lucky Strike cigarettes. Oscar Mayer, Velveto, Winston, My Future by Billie Eilish, Panoramic, Atticus Ross. That's from Book of Eli. That's a really cool piece of music. Amen by Atticus. That's Book of Eli. Story of My Life, Social Distortion, Ring of Fire, Social Distortion. Kettering, Crispy Ambience. That's really, it's like if wee hours, distant shelling. It's just really kind of ambience, really good. Arping Sundry by Alex Perot. Into the Mystic, Van Morrison. Dr. Zhivago by Maurice Jarre. He's been around a long time. Maurice Jarre did Beyond Thunderdome. Father's Gun, Carter Burwell. That's from True Grit by the Coen Brothers. Silence. That's a good song. Dave Thomas Jr. Rocket Man, Elton John, Losing You to You by Hammock. Very good work by Hammock. That's really, I found them on Spotify and I like their stuff. These Days, Jackson Browne, And So It Goes, Billy Joel. Todd Rundgren, Can We Still Be Friends? From Both Sides Now, Joni Mitchell. It's not the original, but I always like that song, but it's got memories for me. Top of the World by the Carpenters. Black Swan, Joshua Greenwood, Winterland. Together Alone, Hammock. Art of Noise, Beatbox. Close to the Edit, Art of Noise. Led Zeppelin, Levee Breaks. Oh, this is very old World War II German. Did that? I can't. Macra by Ben Frost. Cruel Miracles, Vina, Giftig, Rammstein, Melancholy Serenade, Jackie Gleason, Session by Linkin Park. That was at the end of a Sopranos episode. Apocalyptic Wasteland. That's from, what is it? Oh, come on, man. What's the name of that damn movie? That's, oh God, man. Don't do, it's from Judge Dredd. Yeah, 2014 movie with the apartment building. I don't know if you saw it. I don't know. You probably don't care. You know, it's fine. I'm not disappointed. High Roller, Crystal Method, Mega City 1, She's a Past. These are from Judge Dredd. These are Crystal Method. one of these was in 3,000 Miles to Graceland, but they also use it for that forensic investigations show. Let me see. I think it's this one. Yeah, I think it is. Nope. But actually, I actually played this with them in 2003 at Full Sail. I didn't even know who they were, and I just played this song in D flat or D sharp. I can't remember, or is it an F? I can't. I love figuring shit out off of keyboard to guitar. Really neat. 1997. It's great. I don't know what I like about it. I've always loved synthesizers since I was a kid. I mean, my mom worked with piano players who had them, and so I got to play with them, and it just opened my mind to, so much possibility. I used to go to school the next day real excited, and I'd always get my beaten in with senseless because, they thought I was fucked up or something's wrong with me. Well, you stupid, why don't you go clean fish? Dreams by Van Halen. This is Busy Child by Crystal Method. Inca Roads, Frank Zappa. Hocus Pocus by Gary Hoey. House Full of Bullets, Joe Satriani, Bad Stone, Crystal Method. The Zoo, Scorpions. Hear About It Later, Van Halen. Dance the Night Away, Van Halen. Far From the Beaten Path, Jean-Luc Ponty, Eye Against Eye, Bad Brains. Rammstein, White Wig. Baba O'Reilly, The Who. Electric Eye by Judas Priest. Flying in a Blue Dream, Joe Satriani. Blue Powder, Steve Vai. Midnight Run, Danny Elfman from the movie Midnight Run. Some themes from that. This is Twilight. This, I didn't know it was from there. It's by Carter Burwell, though. He does music for a lot of Coen movies, Coen brothers. And it's good music. It's terrific. Ride to the Death. That is from True Grit by the Coen brothers. I Will Carry You, Coen brothers. That's by Carter Burwell. Starry Night Over the Rhone. The Day After Tomorrow, 316, that's Edward's solo in 1993. Me-Wise Magic, Van Halen. In a Simple Rhyme by Van Halen. Can't Get This Stuff No More, Van Halen. Top of the World, Van Halen. How Many Say I, Edward Van Halen. Feelin', Van Halen. Liar by Henry himself. Tear Me Down, Stephen Trask. That is from Hedwig and the Angry Inch. Wicked Little Town, Stephen Trask. Angry Inch. Dreams I'll Never See, Molly Hatchet, Aerial Boundaries, Michael Hedges, The Way It Is, Bruce Hornsby, The Policy of Truth, Depeche Mode, Son of a Preacher Man, Dusty Springfield, Louis Armstrong, What a Wonderful World, World Destruction, Time Zone. That's good. That was in a Sopranos episode, but I already liked the song way in the 80s. Trip Like I Do, Crystal Method, White Rabbit, Jefferson Airplane, When It's Cold Out I Like to Die, Moby. George Romero. This is by the Sprites. The song's called George Romero, and it's like, this is neat. I don't know if the lyrics are on there. It's not.
It's the end of the world. I wanna live
At a shopping mall.
I wouldn't care
About the isolation.
I'm not concerned about
The Walking Dead.
it's the end of the world.
Requiem.
I think I handle
What's
myself
hard?
quite well. I wouldn't panic walking past the
Zombies.
I try to catch up on some
And
reading.
movies. I relate. Not that I just Dawn of the Dead is a great movie. George Romero would make great zombie movies. And there'll never be another George Romero, just like there'll never be another Jaws. There'll never be another Alien. Those ships have sank after sailing. Oogum Boogum Song by Brenton Wood. You might remember this. This is very catchy. I think it's great. It was in Almost Famous. Oops, copyright. How Soon Is Now? The Smiths. Strawberry Milkshake. That is from Wolfenstein. What? It just says it's a one of the where you get to kill SS and stuff. It's crazy. Adios, Rammstein. Don't Let It Bring You Down. Annie Lennox. Lucky Man by Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Du hast Rammstein. It's a great song. Alan Holdsworth. The 4.15. Bradford Executive. Order of Death. Public Image Limited. Infinite Pursuit. Jean-Luc Ponty. Yesterday by Sarah Vaughan. Miles from Nowhere. Cat Stevens. Tiny Dancer. Joseph Cat Stevens. Tiny Dancer. Elton John. Was ist Liebe. That's Rammstein. Anarchy Remastered. Queensryche. Deutschland. That's Rammstein. The Passenger. Susie and the Banshees. Just listen to the beginning of that because the guitar is such a neat swing. And it's got horns in it. That's really groovy. It's a great song. You might not think so, but I like it. Gator Country, Molly Hatchet, Blackfoot Highway Song, Greengrass and High Tides, The Outlaws. The Things You See When You Haven't Got Your Gun, Alan Holdsworth. Water on the Brain, Alan Holdsworth. When the Music's Over the Doors. Lockdown by Held Machine. Great song. Love Will Keep Us Together, Captain and Tennille. Love Will Tear Us Apart by Joy Division. I Don't Know. Live, Ozzy Osbourne. Ramelide, Rammstein, East to the West, Rammstein Radio, Rammstein, Zarabeth, Alan Holdsworth, Stan Striga, that's by Yellow. Ooh, yeah. Youth by Daughter, Like a Valley with No Echo by Hammock. In the Middle of Nowhere, Hammock, Cliffside, Hammock. That's good. For My Sister, Goldman, that's Threnody. For My Sister by Hammock. Oh, man. I can tell we got this songwriter, probably, I don't know. It's just it doesn't have lyrics. It's neat. Okay, shut up. Waiting on a Friend, The Rolling Stones, Love Drive, Scorpions, Generals and Majors, XTC, La Villa Stangato. Oh, I said that wrong. Rush. Nostalgia, Jean-Luc Ponty, Won't Get Fooled Again. The Who, Girls, 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 Motley Crue, Daniel, Elton John, America, Simon and Garfunkel, Mess Around by Ray Charles, Ride of the Valkyries, Wagner, Apocalypse Now. Hey, I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Okay, Broken Hearts Are for Assholes, Frank Zappa, Vapor Trail, Crystal Method, Nighttime, Killing Joke, Cosmic Messenger, Jean-Luc Ponty, Take Care of Rammstein, Black Napkins by Frank Zappa, Don't Fear the Reaper, Bloister Cult. That is On Your Feet, On Your Knees. No? Yes. No, Some Enchanted Evening? Hold on. Live at Barton Coliseum, Little Rock, Arkansas, April 1978. Bloister Cult. 1978. This was in The Stand, the original one that was on TV, the good one. That didn't worry about like saying something that might. Okay, copyright strike. But here's the cover. I had that record. I used to jump around with a tennis racket. With Van Halen, the first Van Halen, and that with my buddy Adam Starnes, and we used to get really messed up and have fun and pretend we were rock stars. Individual Choice. How did I know? Little did I know. Okay. Individual Choice by Jean-Luc Ponty, Metal Fatigue by Alan Holdsworth, Night Flanger, Yellow, Distance, Wolfgang Van Halen, Mammoth, Yo. So I can't say that. Rammstein's Wollt ist der Bett and Born Under Punches, Talking Heads, Pretty Vacant, Sex Pistols. Where Do the Children Play by Yusuf Cat Stevens. You Don't Have to Be Old to Be Wise, Judas Priest. On the Road to Find Out, Yusuf Cat Stevens. I Don't Believe in Love, Queensryche. Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, Elton John. Let's see, Secret 77, that's Bad Brains, and that is Seattle, Public Image Limited. Desert Plains, Judas Priest. Synchronicity 2, The Police. Wrapped Around Your Finger, The Police. Damn Good, David Lee Roth. Extraordinary Girl, Letterbomb. Green Day. Spellbound, Susie and the Banshees. Train, Blackfoot. Watermelon and Easter, Hay, Frank Zappa. In the Mystery, Alan Holdsworth. Certamente Meteor Blue. That reminds me, I always will. Chopin Waltz, B minor. Frederick Chopin. Spanish Fly, Edward Van Halen. Yo, that's some heavy duty. Listening to that thing for like 50 years and it's still, I mean, my first guitar was a Spanish guitar with a fat neck and a flat fretboard. And when he starts doing that run, I can hear his fingers on the fretboard and I can feel the dexterity with which to conquer the difficulty and the ergonomics of that instrument and to be able to smoothly deliver that incredible music. I got to end this. Maybe I'll do this part 2. Probably. I probably won't. And you know why? Because this ain't no influencer channel. But music for people who like music. And I am Daryl Vincent Willis. That's on thing. Where's, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, yeah. Dank. Let's see. Oh, yes, I'm running out of battery. Hold on, that's me. Hey, and that's me playing the guitar I built in 1985. That's me playing with silent radio, and I built that guitar, and it got stolen on the way to Austin, Texas. Chandler body and neck, Floyd Rose EMG pickup. Oh, man. All right. Bye-bye.